guys, and welcome to another video. Also, Happy New Year. I am so excited. This is my first video of 2019. Also, I'm excited because I'm gonna be doing a Q&A. Now, this is something that I've wanted to do for so long now. I feel like I get so many amazing questions from you guys every single day, and I don't always have the time to really sit down and answer them for you guys. So I thought, why not just try to answer a bunch of your questions in one go? So today I sent out one of these little question poll thingies on Instagram and asked you guys to submit questions to me, and I'm gonna answer them for you. So many great questions from you guys, so I just want to let you know that I'm not gonna be able to get through all of them. I'm gonna do my best to get through as many as I possibly can without making this video totally boring for you guys. But if you guys like this video, I'm happy to do another one. Just let me know in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll do more for you guys. Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this big jacket inside my apartment, it's because my apartment is currently like negative 50 degrees and I don't have a heater. Okay, let's get into it. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna get comfortable here. Okay, so the question thing puts the people you follow who've submitted questions at the very top. So it's only right to start with all of our favorites, the dessert snob, who submitted 3 questions to me. I will answer them all. 1. Who is your favorite person who sits next to you at work? Well, I only have one person who sits next to me at work because I sit on the end of the table. So, Rie, that one goes to you. Who is your favorite person who can ride a unicycle? Also, I only know one person who can ride a unicycle, and that's Rie. So, congratulations, Rie. And number 3, who is your favorite Japanese girl named Rie? I don't think I know a Japanese girl named Rie. All right, now that we've gotten Rie out of the way, I will move on to all the other questions. Okay, this is actually a really funny question from Tuma Please. Why is the third time never the charm when you do things? This is so funny because I don't even realize I say maybe third time's the charm in literally every single one of my videos. And I only started noticing that like maybe a few months ago. And I thought it was so funny because it literally is never the charm for me, but I keep saying it like it's gonna do something. I don't know why I say that all the time. Wishful thinking. Posax. Also, very sorry if I butcher your name. Some handles are hard to read. Posaz asks, favorite memory of 2018. I actually had such a great year in 2018. There's so many things happened, so it's really hard to choose. I also have a very bad memory, so I will forget some of the greatest things that happened in 2018. The launch of my YouTube channel, it was such an exciting time for me. I actually wasn't going to launch my YouTube channel when I did. I kept telling myself that I wasn't ready, and I said, I'm gonna wait, and then I realized, like, what am I waiting for? There's no reason to wait. So I decided to launch it, and I haven't looked back since, and I'm so glad I did because it's been so much fun. April Redshirt asks, what is your go-to recipe for when you're tired but you also want a home-cooked meal? So I swear by semi-homemade meals. I obviously cook for a living at work, and I sometimes don't want to cook when I come home. I don't love buying like pre-packaged meals because a lot of time they'll have like added sugar or like high sodium and things like that, and I try to, you know, stay somewhat healthy at home. I buy things that are like already maybe cut or prepped. I don't know, things like that can really save on time, but you also still feel like you have some like ownership over the meal, so you're still like putting work into cooking it, and you still have some control over the ingredients. Okay. So Odessa Bell says, cooking or baking, what do you prefer and what are you better at? I've always loved to cook. I've loved to cook my whole life. I still love to bake. Baking, it's a lot more about precision and like measuring things, whereas cooking, you can kind of have more freedom to play around with flavors. I do love both of them, and I do feel like I do a lot more baking at work. For some reason, I don't know. And I also think I'm better at cooking than baking. I'm not the best at like being very precise and patient, and that is pretty necessary for baking. Fern Klein-Sesser asks, did you have braces? Because oh my god, your teeth are perfection. Thank you so much for the compliment. I did have braces. I had braces, I don't know, in 7th grade? Not for too long, just for like a year or something. I hated them, but I did have braces. I also haven't been to the dentist in a very long time. Rie knows this, but I just made my first appointment in a long time today, so I don't know. Take care of your teeth. Living Like Shelby asks, favorite ice cream flavor? Also, I love you lots. You have such a bright soul. Thank you so much. That's such a great compliment. Okay, I have a couple. One is Haagen-Dazs chocolate peanut butter. It is so good. It's like just a creamy, chocolatey ice cream with these massive chunks of frozen peanut butter in it. It's probably the most unhealthy ice cream for you, but I don't know. I can eat the whole thing. I usually do like pick out the peanut butter chunks first though, so whoever ends up with me in the future, I'm sorry. But I'm one of those people who picks out the chunks of good stuff in the ice cream. Tessa Charles asks, do you plan on getting an animal? I would love to have an animal. Unfortunately, my apartment does not allow pets. And also, I don't feel like I have enough time to properly care for an animal. So as much as I would love one, I don't think it's fair for me to get one at this point in my life. But I would love one. And when I go home, I have my sweet dogs. I kind of have an animal. Marie Kay asks, what would you choose as your final meal and why? P.S. Your happiness is infectious and you are aw. Oh, thank you so much. My final meal, ooh. Oh yeah, okay. So I love good old cheeseburger. They're one of my favorite foods and they're just so comforting. And I feel like if it was my final meal, I would just want something so comforting. So my favorite burger in the entire world, I don't know if it's just because it holds a ton of nostalgia for me, but it's by my hometown. It's in Menlo Park, California. It's called the Dutch Goose. It is just the most delicious cheeseburger on a French roll. It's very simple, it's classic, but it just tastes like home to me and it's my go-to every time I go home. So I would have a Dutch Goose cheeseburger and some fries. Big Boy Bandit asks, what has been your most absolute fave video you have made? I've made so many videos. I've been at Taystee for almost 3 years now. Sometimes it's hard to even remember which ones are mine. The chocolate croissants. It was just really challenging. I didn't know if I was gonna get through it, but the final result came out like better than I could have imagined. Yeah, it was an awesome experience and I'm still really proud of it. Ralph from the Start asks, do you consider coloring your hair dark? I have never considered coloring my hair dark. I did at one point have pink hair and purple hair, but they were both like pastel-y and light and you could still see the blonde. I really love being blonde. I don't know if I would even look really good as a brunette. I am Satya Karantesh asks, do you watch Netflix? If yes, what is your favorite Netflix series? Of course, I watch Netflix. I watch way too much Netflix, in fact. I really love like murder things. I know that's creepy, but Making a Murderer was so good. I loved watching, I literally can't think of anything else. The Innocent Man right now, which is also really good. I watch like a ton of like documentaries and stuff like that. Oh, of course I love Black Mirror, it's so good. So yeah, I guess I'm a pretty dark person when it comes to Netflix. I don't know, it's like my alter ego, I guess. NW00 asks, what's your funniest blooper? Man, I feel like I have so many bloopers. I feel like I have more bloopers than not bloopers. That one where I was holding the plate of food and it slid off the plate. They posted that on Taystee and a lot of people said it was fake and I promise you it is not fake. I literally dropped a whole plate of food when I was trying to do an intro. It's all real, I'm telling you. I'm just like this. Alright, because I said I would answer a lot of the repetitive questions. 1, how old am I? I am 25. And 2, am I single? Yes, I am single, very single. Becca Donahue 98 asks, if you could give your 16-year-old self advice, what would it be and why? X. I always forget if X is hug or kiss. I think it's hug. I was a very independent 16-year-old. That was the first time I ever moved abroad on my own. I moved to Melbourne, Australia to study. Although I was very independent and still did a lot of things that I wanted to do, I wish I could tell my 16-year-old self to stop worrying about what anybody else thinks, because it just doesn't matter. the sooner you realize that it doesn't matter and that you can just be you and that is enough, the better. Because you know what? Fitting in is overrated. So embrace it. Embrace your weirdness. I'm definitely a little weird. Hey Ron, 5430 asks how you get a black eye. Can you guys tell that I literally have a black eye right now? And that is, I don't know what happened. I woke up with a black eye. I think I might have punched myself in the eye last night. So I'm sorry, I don't have an answer. I don't know how I got the black eye. It's a little concerning, right? Daniel is what they call me asks, if you could bake or cook something with the snap of your fingers anytime you wanted it, what would it be? I feel like I crave banana bread a lot. Because it's like not super unhealthy, but it's just unhealthy enough that like I could eat it every single day. So if I could just be like, bam. And also, it's so annoying when you want banana bread and you don't have ripe bananas because you're just like, you don't get it. Ainasman asks, what makes you so close with Rie? By the way, I love you both. Thank you so much. Thank you on behalf of Rie. We love you guys too. I've gotten a lot of questions about Rie, so I guess I'll just answer them all in one go. First of all, we do the same kind of job, so we use each other a lot and lean on each other a lot for work. We bounce a lot of ideas off of each other, and we also have sat next to each other now for literally so long. Like, they never separate us, which I love, because if anyone ever separates Rie and I will have an issue. She may not, but I will. Rie is kind of like my work mom too, so she's like my guiding light. Some people have been saying like, oh, what if their relationship is fake and they really hate each other? And that is not true. I love Rie. Rie loves me. She better. Sid's Kid Forever asks, what is the meaning of life? Man, I wish I knew. But I can tell you what I try to do in my own life. I don't know, I try to live it to the absolute fullest. I try to say yes to everything I can. I try not to live in fear, so I try to like go out of my comfort zone, which is why I've, moved abroad alone and gone skydiving. And I try to laugh a lot. You guys know that. I laugh at literally everything. I laugh too much, but I don't know, it helps me stay positive and get through the tougher things, because we all go through them. I always know that I'll regret more of the things that I didn't do than the things that I did do. Sleepy Ames asks, are you going to be doing any more behind Taystee videos? By the way, I also effing adore you. Thank you so much, that's so sweet. Yes, I believe I'm going to be doing more behind Taystee videos. I hope, at least. I'm actually not on the team that makes the YouTube videos, so I don't even really know anything about like their schedule or what they're gonna be producing, especially in the coming year, but I do believe we're gonna do more behind Taystee, and that's all I can really say. So stay tuned. Talia Kerr asks, what did you eat for lunch today? I ate chicken soup. I forgot my lunch today, so I had to like run over to Trader Joe's, and it was like the first thing I saw. But actually it was really good, so can't complain. Connor asks, any advice for someone who wants to start a food blog? Oh, wow. I would say just do it. It's really easy to talk yourself out of things, especially when you wait. What is so great about the time we live in is that we have so many tools at our fingertips. So the internet and YouTube and ways to learn so much, and I think it's so important to take advantage of that. I didn't have the resources to go to culinary school, but I still found a way to pursue my career in the food industry, and that was through learning as much as I possibly could on my own. Abinash did 45 asks, do you have freckles? Yes, I have tons of freckles. I'll lean in. Whoop! I have freckles all over my face, all over my body. I don't know if you can see. It's really sad because I only started to really appreciate my freckles like this year. I used to cover them up like always, and I don't really know why, but now I'm trying to make up for lost time and wear like a lighter foundation so that they can shine through. So if you have freckles or anything like that you're covering up, flaunt it. Pighoax45 asks, pie or cake? Pie. Easy as that. I mean, I don't eat them both, let's be honest. Pay Tonal Kind asks, how do you like your coffee? I take my coffee black. I don't like anything in it. Raza X asks, how do you stay focused on goals that seem so far-fetched? I am a big dreamer. I like to have lofty goals. They keep me motivated. But it's also really important to set small goals for yourself that will help you get to those big goals. Emma9471 asks, do you like working at Taystee? I love working at Taystee. It's so much fun. I have some of my best friends at work. We get so much creative freedom and independence to just make cool things. Also, just getting to connect with all of you has been so much fun, and I wouldn't have had that without Taystee. Honique says, are you aware how your voice is great and you made me a fan? Well, aside from your kitchen skills. Thank you. I mean, it's really funny because I feel like my voice is like one of the biggest topics up for debate. I've never really thought anything about my voice, but I started to get a lot of people commenting on my voice. Some people really like it, and some people think I sound like an 80-year-old smoker. I think it's because I'm so loud that I've put a lot of strain on my vocal cords over the years. I don't know, this is just my voice, but thank you so much for liking it. If you don't, I'm sorry, I can't change it. Okay, so this is also like probably my #1 question I ever get. Tasman Barnes asks, how are you so positive all the time? So I think I've always generally been a pretty positive person. I love to laugh, I love to have fun, I love to be with other people. I hear from a lot of you guys that you feel happy when you see my pages, and that makes me feel really good. I know that laughing and smiling is infectious, and I hope that I can share that with you guys, but I don't think it does anyone any good to think that I'm happy 100% of the time, because we all have our ups and downs, and we all have our tougher days, and it's just a part of being human. But I think if you're able to find the little glimmers of light or laughter or hope in the darkest times, they can really get you through. I've been through some pretty challenging times in my life, and it's not easy, but just being able to have a positive mindset is what keeps you going. Also, another very popular question by Liz Get Lost. What's your relationship with your body, and do you have any tricks on staying body positive? So a lot of people ask me how I'm so confident, how I'm so body positive, and it hasn't always been the case. I've gone through a lot of struggles with my own body. I've always been curvier, especially being more in the public, I guess. People have a lot to say about my body, and it's not always welcome. I don't think it's fair to comment on anyone's body. You never know what anyone is going through. I don't remember the last time I was in a video that someone didn't comment on my body or my weight or what I looked like. And it can be really frustrating. At least at the end of the day, this is always going to be my body, and it's better to get on board than to not. One day I realized that no one's ever been meaner to me than I've been to myself. And I thought that was just so sad, and that there was just no reason for it. If anything, I should be the kindest to myself of anyone. But at the end of the day, I'm so grateful to have my body. I'm healthy and I can do so many things. That's incredible. And also, I think it's just so important to stop focusing so much on the physical. Are you taking care of your mind? Are you taking care of your just overall health? Are you fostering your talents? And are you being a good person? I think those are all so much more important than what you look like. And my final question goes to Aquamarine37. What is something you want to accomplish in 2019? Such a great question. There's so many things that I would like to accomplish. The biggest one for me right now is to spend more time on my YouTube channel. I would love to be more consistent with posting and interacting with all of you guys. The past year has been so much fun. Being on Taystee and being in Taystee videos has brought me so much joy, but I found even more joy in sharing all different sides of myself with you guys, and I'm just so excited to continue that. So that is it for my Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please let me know. Like I said, you can like the video, you can comment on the video, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, DM me, or I don't know, send me mail through a carrier pigeon. Thank you so much for all of your questions, and I'll see you guys next time.